Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Achieving Database Freedom with Amazon Aurora webinar. My name is Chuck Edwards, and I'm with Amazon Web Services. I'm the Global Partner Lead for Amazon Aurora and RDS, and I'd like to thank you for joining today to learn more about database freedom in Amazon Aurora. The relational database world has been an unpleasant place for most customers. These customers have had to deal with old guard database providers that are expensive, proprietary, have high lock-in, and impose punitive licensing terms. Commercial databases are significantly more expensive than open source platforms for even the most basic installations. Add in optional extras such as security and high availability, and the licensing costs escalate dramatically. In addition, each commercial database comes with an annual maintenance expense. Proprietary features included in commercial engines make it challenging to migrate and lead to vendor lock-in. At AWS, we offer a range of flexible solutions to help, including equivalent open source technologies and migration tooling to automate conversions. Traditional database contracts often force customers to license their database capacity for peak usage, which doesn't account for the dynamic on-demand nature of cloud workloads. If your database spend doesn't decrease when you have fewer users, it's time to consider AWS pay-as-you-go pricing. So while surprises can be fun, not so much with software licensing. Some databases let you unintentionally use unlicensed features, only to audit and charge you penalties later. At AWS, all our pricing is clearly documented, and you can't be charged for something you didn't sign up for. Because of the hostile practices of these old guard database vendors, we've seen many customers trying to move as fast as they can to open source databases like MySQL, Postgres, and MariaDB. However, getting the same performance on open source databases as you get on commercial grade databases is difficult. This growing customer feedback trend is why we built Amazon Aurora, which delivers the performance of commercial grade databases with the pricing, freedom, and flexibility of open source databases. Amazon Aurora is a MySQL and Postgres compatible relational database built for the cloud that combines the performance and availability of high-end commercial databases with the simplicity and cost effectiveness of open source. Amazon Aurora features a distributed, fault-tolerant, self-healing storage system that auto-scales up to 64 terabytes per database instance. Aurora also delivers high performance and availability with up to 15 low-latency read replicas, point-in-time recovery, continuous backup to Amazon S3, and replication across 3 availability zones. Amazon Aurora provides 5x the throughput of standard MySQL and 3x the throughput of standard Postgres, running on the same hardware. This performance is on par with commercial databases at 1/10 the cost. You can easily scale your database deployment up and down from smaller to larger instance types as your needs change. To scale read capacity and performance, you can add up to 15 low latency read replicas across 3 availability zones. Amazon Aurora automatically grows storage as needed up to 64 terabytes per database instance. Amazon Aurora provides multiple levels of security for your database. These include network isolation using Amazon VPC, encryption at rest using keys you create and control through AWS Key Management Service, and encryption of data in transit using SSL. On an encrypted Amazon Aurora instance, data in the underlying storage is encrypted, as are the automated backups, snapshots, and replicas in the same cluster. The Amazon Aurora database engine is fully compatible with existing MySQL and Postgres open source databases and adds compatibility for new releases regularly. This means you can easily migrate MySQL or Postgres databases to Aurora using standard MySQL or Postgres import-export tools or snapshots. It also means the code, applications, drivers, and tools you already use with your existing databases can be used with Aurora with little or no change. Amazon Aurora is fully managed by Amazon Relational Database Service. You no longer need to worry about database management tasks such as hardware provisioning, software patching, setup, configuration, or backups. Aurora automatically and continuously monitors and backs up your database to Amazon S3, enabling granular point-in-time recovery. You can monitor database performance using Amazon CloudWatch, Enhanced Monitoring, or Performance Insights, an easy-to-use tool that helps you quickly detect performance problems. Finally, MySQL and Postgres compatibility make Amazon Aurora a compelling target for database migrations to the cloud. If you're migrating from MySQL or Postgres, see our migration documentation for a list of tools and options. To migrate from commercial database engines, you can use the AWS Database Migration Service for a secure migration with minimal downtime. So what are some common Aurora use cases? Migrations from commercial engines is one of the most common. Customers want to eliminate expensive database licenses, and with the enhancements the Aurora platform provides, we match and exceed the performance of many commercial engines. Migration from complex, highly available environments of MySQL or Postgres is another. With our operational automation and scaling capabilities, Aurora is an excellent choice for those who want to focus on the application and data and not worry about their database. And high throughput and large databases shine on Aurora with up to 64 terabytes of storage and 15 low latency read replicas. Thousands of companies have eliminated the exorbitant cost of commercial licenses by moving to modern cloud platforms on AWS with the help of the Database Freedom Program. AWS makes it easy to drop your old guard commercial databases, embrace the power of the cloud, and modernize your databases and applications. Using open source systems brings agility, flexibility, and significant cost reductions when compared to old world commercial systems. With AWS, you take advantage of a scalable, reliable, and secure global computing infrastructure. This virtual backbone of the multi-billion-dollar online business on Amazon.com has been honed for over a decade. Your database or data warehouse can scale based on demand. Backed by Amazon's massive infrastructure, you have access to compute and storage resources when you need them. AWS cuts your database costs with a pay-as-you-go pricing model, allowing you the freedom to pay for only the capacity you really need. Amazon Aurora offers an enterprise-class database at 1/10 the cost of commercial databases. Database migrations are an opportunity to modernize your databases and applications, ensuring that they're optimized and able to take advantage of the modern scalable database infrastructure available on AWS. Through Database Freedom, we offer technical guidance and on-site workshops through our team of migration specialists and database engineers, as well as our vetted APN partners who will engage with your organization to execute your enterprise cloud migration initiatives. Database Freedom support is available for migrations off of commercial databases to open source databases such as Amazon Aurora. To help offset the cost of a migration, AWS has an array of funding options available to credit AWS usage, support a proof of concept, and help reduce the cost of using an experienced APN partner. Funding will be tailored to meet your goals and can include credits for migrated data workloads and associated application servers. Contact your account team to find out more. Thousands of customers across every industry vertical have eliminated the exorbitant costs of commercial database licenses by moving to modern cloud-native platforms on AWS. One example is Verizon, who in 2018 announced they're migrating over 1,000 business-critical applications and database backend systems to AWS, including the migration of production databases to Amazon Aurora. Through working with these thousands of customers on their path away from commercial databases, we've consistently found that using our skilled APN partners can help accelerate the journey. Database Freedom partners have deep expertise in a variety of legacy database technologies, offer best practices for migration planning, migration tooling, including AWS Database Migration Service, and can guide customers through sticky business obstacles such as commercial database licensing. Many of these APN partners have been migrating customer databases between engines for years, even decades, and now they can help you take advantage of Amazon Aurora. And now I'd like to introduce you to one of our Database Freedom partners to talk more about Database Freedom and how they can help you get started with Amazon Aurora.
All right, thanks, Chuck. Hello, everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to go through and discuss how you can migrate from costly applications and databases and onto the cloud with Apps Associates. My name is Mihir Patel, and I'm the VP of Cloud Architecture here at Apps Associates, and we're going to be discussing the key benefits of migrating your Oracle workloads into AWS and specifically about Aurora and how it can be beneficial to your environment. Let me kick off by briefly providing a background of Apps Associates so you have an appreciation and context for our role as a service provider. Apps Associates was founded out of Oracle Consulting Services and remains an organization that helps their customers plan, implement, and manage their Oracle applications and related technologies. We support the complete stack from the infrastructure to applications whether you're on-premise or in the cloud. Today, our focus is going to be on building and guiding and supporting our customers to move to the cloud in all various forms. We have been working with AWS since 2012 and successfully helping Oracle customers migrate and manage the workloads on AWS. We at Apps Associates help customers with their entire landscape of Oracle from applications, middleware, including database and infrastructure. Based on a recent independent survey of over 300 IT professionals and decision makers responsible for their Oracle environments conducted in March of 2019, here's some high-level items we learned from that survey. 9 in 10 IT decision makers say that their senior management has mandated a cloud adoption strategy in all forms: SaaS, PaaS, IaaS, private, and/or hybrid cloud. Nearly 6 in 10 already have a formal documented plan in place for cloud adoption. 94% of respondents affirm that they now feel that moving to the cloud would make things easier for their organizations. Almost 3 in 5 say that while they know cloud is the way forward, they're not sure how to get there. In today's webinar, we'll help you understand that you can in fact get there. You can migrate your Oracle enterprise workloads into AWS. For the purposes of this webinar, let's simplify the typical IT Oracle footprint into 2 primary segments: Oracle prepackaged applications such as eBusiness Suite, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Hyperion, etc. Often these legacy applications have been customized to meet specific business needs. And often customers are asking, can we migrate this to a cloud-based infrastructure? And the answer to that is yes. The secondary type of applications are custom applications with an Oracle database supporting those. Those custom-built applications that use Oracle database backend may be used for customer-facing applications, revenue-generating applications, etc. There are many different types of Oracle applications and supporting databases that a IT infrastructure may employ. And for each type of Oracle database and application that we're going to migrate to the cloud, there's multiple different paths that we need to evaluate. And depending on your situation and composition of Oracle workloads, there's different paths for different applications and databases. So this is a phased approach. The way we start off is with the discovery phase. We assess and build a roadmap and start with a general approach, methodology, and focus on the discovery step. This is crucial. Understanding your Oracle footprint, what versions of the databases you're employing, what operating systems, how much workload and capacity they're consuming, how many Oracle licenses are being employed. All need to be evaluated to determine total cost of ownership and ROI analysis. This is an iterative approach, not a big bang approach. The best path forward is typically a phased and repetitive approach. Assessing your Oracle environment of applications and databases is critical. So we're calling the simplified 2 segments of an Oracle footprint, the prepackaged applications and the custom-built applications. You need to determine and understand whether you have to preserve what you have and lift and shift those applications or refactor them. For prepackaged applications such as Oracle eBusiness Suite, they rely on an Oracle Enterprise Database Engine. So with that, we simply have to rehost or replatform depending on what version that we're currently running and of the underlying operating system and database, because those can't be migrated to an open source database. For custom applications, those have a different option available to us. For those, we can migrate those to an open source database, mainly Amazon Aurora as a target. These custom Oracle databases are candidates for refactoring and replatforming. In order to determine which path is most feasible, Amazon has made tools available to us, which we'll explore a little bit further on in the presentation. The key one in the discovery phase is the licensing considerations. They need to be addressed at this time. If you're retaining or need to retain your Oracle licenses, you need to ensure that you remain in compliance before you move to AWS. Doing so is important to eliminate unnecessary risk. This should be part of any discovery phase and process. You really need to understand, are you licensed correctly for what you're running today? So there are 4 steps to success: discover, assess, prioritize, and performing a total cost of ownership analysis, including Oracle licensing. So if you recall from the simplified approach before, there's prepackaged applications and custom-built applications. You need to understand whether you have to preserve what you have and lift and shift to take advantage of the native cloud constructs such as enhanced infrastructure and auto-scaling, multi-AZs, etc., or if we can take those applications and simply run them on AWS natively. For prepackaged applications that run Oracle Database Enterprise Edition, such as eBusiness Suite, we simply rehost and replatform depending on what version we are currently running of the underlying OS and database software. License considerations are addressed at this time as well. If you're retaining or need to retain Oracle licensing, then you need to ensure that you remain in compliance before you move to AWS. Doing so before is important to eliminating unnecessary risk later on. This should be a part of any discovery process. Are you licensed correctly for what you're running today? Let's determine that first. Then develop an approach to rehost, replatform, repurchase, or refactor. We're going to deploy, train, test in an iterative approach, not a big bang approach. And after we have our workloads migrated to AWS, we can then optimize. And optimizing from a consumption perspective, storage, networking, compute, etc. So let's deep dive into the discovery process a little bit. For custom-built applications that run Oracle, we have options, mainly Amazon Aurora as a target versus simply rehosting or replatforming the Oracle databases into AWS. These may be candidates for refactoring and replatforming in order to determine which path is most feasible. Tools are used to analyze the applications and databases. We'll explore those tools in a little bit. The discovery process, again, is the most crucial. We'll leverage those tools, we'll assess our environment, and then we'll prioritize what workloads we're going to migrate first, second, and third. AWS has supplied tooling that they've made available to customers to help enable them to migrate off of these commercial database engines into Amazon Aurora. These two tools are the schema conversion tool and the database migration service. And it's actually a two-step process. The SCT tool is a database migration, provides a database migration assessment report. This report is generated to help you convert your schemas from your Oracle databases and reports and summarizes those. This information is crucial in the discovery phase. Why? Because it allows us to determine which of those databases are simple to migrate versus complex. The report outputs in a CSV or PDF format. And the migration assessment report includes a license evaluation, cloud support, indicating any features in the source database that are not available in the target, current source hardware configuration information to help you better map your target. So the schema conversion tool is where we need to start off first. The second step in the migration process is leveraging the database migration service. The database migration service works by setting up and then managing a replication instance on AWS Aurora. DMS can be used for a one-time migration, followed by an ongoing replication to support the migration and supporting an extremely minimal downtime. Along with DMS, it handles the complex details associated with migrating, including the different data types and transformations and conversions from an Oracle to an Aurora open source database. The service also monitors the replication and the health of the instance, notifies you if something goes wrong. So why do customers move to Amazon Aurora? Because Amazon Aurora takes care of time-consuming database management tasks, freeing up the database developers to focus on application development and business needs versus having to manage the commercial database engines such as Oracle. There's no license costs and native integration with the cloud ecosystem, so it allows for better building of cloud-based applications going forward. And you get comparable performance and availability, and the migration and tooling services help accelerate that adoption of open source databases. Oracle competency capabilities. So the technical assessment is key. You have to evaluate what your technical footprint is and determine what's the best path forward for refactoring or rehosting your Oracle environments. Your site licenses, as they relate to Oracle software licenses, is key. To help you determine the business case and your total cost of ownership. The migration tools and services are crucial in helping you determine the complexity of your Oracle ecosystem and which databases can be either rehosted or refactored and replatformed into potentially Amazon Aurora. And if managed services are needed, Apps Associates and others can help with that as well. Running complex enterprise application and database workloads on AWS is possible today. You can leverage Amazon Aurora to retire expensive commercial database support and maintenance costs. We invite you to review the ebook, Oracle to the Cloud, Top 5 Myths Debunked. So what's the best path forward? A lot of customers do a proof of concept as a not logical next step. This is a non-intrusive and automated means to evaluate your Oracle environment and database, and will help you in laying out a roadmap and a best path forward. Apps Associates can help you. Thank you.